Well, how y'all doing today? I hope y'all having a blessed day. And this is an update on this crappy situation that I was plunged into. Because I sure wouldn't have gone into it willfully. Alright? And I'm drained, people. I'm drained. Part of me in every way a person can be drained. And I can't sleep. I spent all day on the phone calling churches, outreaches, government agencies that might have grants. There's no more funding left for rental assistance. Apparently, it ran out in April. I had one place to tell me to call back on Monday. They get aid that comes in. It's donated, it's sporadic, and it goes fast. So they told me, call back Monday. But, I can't dance around with that. And I'm not the type to sit around and do nothing. So I called and left a friend of mine up north a message. Haven't seen him in a while. But I know them very well. It's a couple. I went to high school with both of them. Went to elementary school with one of them. And I told them the situation. I left a brief message, and they called me back this morning. Now, at one point, they worked together. They had their own business. It was a maintenance business. They did a lot of things for elderly. Charged them a reasonable price, and if for some reason they couldn't pay, they got it back to them. They did grocery shopping for them, did their lawns and everything. And over the years, they've had some pass away. But they had other customers, too. She come down sick. And she's got, like, psoriatic arthritis and COPD. And has been declared unable to work. And anybody that's ever been in that position and has signed up for SSI or disability knows how long it can take to get that. All right, 2 years at least. So she couldn't work with him anymore. So he was able to hire somebody that could work with him. Then the Wahoo, or whatever, the Kung Flu hit. And nobody wanted anybody in their houses anymore, and a lot of people turned to DIY. Well, that was just, it was a good chunk of their business, but they really had a diversified amount of clients. But when that hit and everybody went to doing it themselves, they lost a big chunk of their business. And they couldn't afford to keep that other person anymore, so their partner has been doing it themselves to try to keep the business afloat, and has actually taken on a part-time job. Now, they have the expense of a small house in the city, not an apartment. A small house in the city where the taxes are outrageous where they are. So it's everything they're doing to stay afloat themselves. But they're going to help me because of the situation. And I believe they're going to. They can't get it to me for a couple days, but they're going to give me the full amount to pay off my rent. And then I'm going to be paying them back a little at a time until there's a resolution with the fraudulent purchase on my card and the money is put back on my card after the investigation. I will pay off the balance of it. They know me. They know they can trust me. I trust them. And I got lucky because they're actually helping me out of their own need, okay? When you're not doing that good yourself, and you make the sacrifice to help somebody, that's the best kind of help you can get right there. Okay, I'm actually taking. They have very little safety net, and I'm actually taking a good chunk of that safety net, being with all they've gone through, and I really appreciate that. I do. But my situation was unusual and dire. Definitely between dire straits. For those of you that wanted to help me but couldn't and prayed, I appreciate that. I think there's power in prayer. It's just sometimes bad things happen to good people, you know? And I'm not in a position to build any kind of safety net myself. I'm actually supposed to be transitioning to low-income elderly housing, and I had help for that, and now I don't. Strange circumstances there, but it is what it is. So I'm stuck in a place where I can't save any money to even transition to elderly low-income housing, which is exactly what I need. So these people are giving to me out of their own need. And that's the best kind of giving you can give. And I appreciate it, I do. It is a load off of me. It will be more of a load off of me when I have that money in my hand and I am walking into the office asking for a handwritten receipt. They had chunked $25 on there for a late fee. I can understand that. But when they served me the notice, it was obvious they had already chunked on another $15. And they know I'm on a low income. So I didn't think that was right. I think there could have been more grace there. But like I said, management is kind of that way. And she's got a boss to answer to, too. So... But I am feeling better. I'm still really, like it's like wired or something. I feel wired, like I can't shut everything off on the inside. And I'm dragging because of it. But I do feel better. But again, I will feel 100% better when I have that money in my hand and walking into the office to pay it. And I do trust these people. I've known them for years. And God bless them for their sacrifice. You know, some people who still have money, and I'm happy for people who have money, okay? But a lot of them don't realize, I mean, they're staying in their own little world of spending money extravagantly and eating out, and they seem to be blind. They seem to be turning a blind eye to the fact that there is a housing dilemma, shortage, sweeping across the United States. I said that a couple months ago, and it was just popping up then. Now it's all over the place. Landlords are evicting people out of their apartments before their lease is even up, all right, because they want to raise the rent to $300 a pop, some of them more, all right, and they want to get other people in there that can make that $800, $900, $1,200 a month rent, all right? But the thing of it is, they're far and few between. I think what a lot of apartment buildings and complexes and communities are going to end up doing is ending up seeking out aid from the government themselves because they can't rent anything out. Well, why can't you rent anything out? Well, because a decent price is not enough for you. You want $1,200, okay? There's something sinister going on in here. You know, you can call me a conspiracy theorist if you want, and a lot did 2 months ago, but the fact of the matter is, it is so obvious 2 months later that you can't turn a blind eye to it. And I understand that people with money, you know, have a right to enjoy the fruits of their labor, but you need to wake up and see that this is happening. And sooner or later, it will affect you, you know. I see so much stuff where, I seen something online. I filled my brother's house with green slime and then bought him another one. I thought, what a damn waste. What a waste. I get a makeup box once a month. It's $25. That's $1,200 plus a year. All right? You eat out every day. Add that up. If you have one coffee out every morning for like $1.70, 5 days a week, 12 months a year, that comes to over $400 a year. All right? Why don't you think about helping somebody? You know? A lot of people will help other people, but they never ask them, I'd like to help you. What do you need help with? Because I have read where elderly people, one of the first things they will say, don't send me something for DoorDash from a restaurant. Pay $30 for that. Put that $30 on my electric bill. That would be a big help to me. But people don't want to do that. If you're in a position to help somebody, okay? Don't be taken for granted, but help somebody. You really need to. And I appreciate these people, and I appreciate everybody that's contacted me, made comments, was concerned about me. I was concerned about me. But I'm not the only one this is happening to. I'm not. And this happened to me through no fault of my own. And I have switched banks already. I've already got another bank, totally different bank altogether. Got it set up, got my card, and I'm going to begin the process of having my disability check deposited into that account rather than this bank that I've had nothing but trouble with. And I'm hoping for the best there. Okay, but it's the law that you have to have a bank account for that to be deposited into, because they don't send out paper checks no more. People were stealing them. Anyway, again, thank you. It's still going to set me back, which is not hard to do. But I will get caught up in it. It'll keep me from losing my place and everything I own. All right? And that's pretty serious. That's a pretty serious thing to have to deal with. And I'm getting too old for this crap. I really am. My son would have loved to have helped me in North Carolina. But he just found out that the guy that actually owns the house that he's renting passed away a month ago. All right? And you know how that goes. Kids are going to want it sold. They'll probably sell it out from underneath them sooner or later. He's still trying to, he lost the business. And he's still trying to, he's working something else now to make ends meet. And he's barely getting by. And now his house could be sold out from underneath him. I mean, if the kids, survivors, want the money, the bank will sell the house, take what is still owed to them, and the rest will be split up among the kids. That's the way it works. So, I mean, he's dealing with that. And the last thing my son wants is to have me there with him in that situation, because if he goes under, then he's taking mom with him. All right? And he don't want to do that. So this is getting lengthy. Again, thank you for everybody that contacted me, that reached out to help in some way or another. I appreciate it, I do. Y'all have a blessed night. Bye-bye.